Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video we are going to be doing subtracting expressions using properties. So there are four properties. So distributive property, commutative property, associative property, and identity property. We're only going to be using the first three ones in solving and using solving the expressions here. So this one is not really needed here. So the distributive property is basically when we distribute. So if there is a number right outside a bracket, we multiply the numbers inside the bracket by that number outside. Now with commutative property, it is basically if we multiply in any order, the answer is always going to be the same. We can do this with multiplication and addition. And the associative property is when you group the numbers in any way, the answer is always going to be the same. So now let's move on to our questions. Here we have our first question. It says 18 times 2x plus 18. So this is basically what we are going to do here to simplify this, is use the distributive property, because as I said, there are numbers inside the bracket and there's a number outside. So we multiply the number outside by each of these numbers inside. So 18 times 2x we are going to be doing, and 18 times 18. But first let's move on. So it says negative 14 times 2x plus 14. So we are going to be using the same property here too. So now let's start writing. So 18 times 2x is going to give us 36. And now plus, because positive 18 and positive 18, it is going to give us 18 times 18 is going to give us 324. Now it is going to be negative because I'm multiplying a negative number by a positive number. So negative 14 times 2x is going to give us negative 28x. We have negative 14 times positive 14, which is going to give us a negative number, which is negative 196. Negative 196. So now we have used the distributive property here. Now what we are going to be using is the commutative property. So we are going to be putting the like terms together. So the like terms are 36x and negative 28x. 36x negative 28x plus 324 subtract 196. So now it's going to be super easy for us. So what we are going to do is we are going to subtract those. So 36x and negative 28x are like terms, we can subtract those. And since 324 and negative 196 are constant, both of them are like terms, we can subtract those two. So 36x subtract 28x is going to give us 8x. And positive 324 subtract 196 is going to give us positive 128. So that is going to be our final expression. We can also say this is an equivalent expression to the main expression that we were given. So this is going to be the answer to our first expression. Now let's move on to our second question. It is also an expression that says 21 times x plus 6. And the bracket closes. Now we have subtract 15x or negative 15. So what we can do here is we can first, as I did here, we can multiply. So we are going to be using the distributive property. If we use the distributive property, we are going to get 21x plus, so 21 times 6 is going to give us 126. And the negative 14 comes down as it is because it was not inside the bracket. So now what we are going to do is we are going to subtract. So first, as I did here, we are going to use the commutative property, bring those like terms together. So 21x subtract 15x plus 156. So 21 subtract 15 is going to give us 6x, and we will have plus 136 because there's only one constant here. So this is going to be our equivalent expression for this question. So that's the answer to our question, which is 6x plus 136. That's it for today's video. If you guys like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so you get the notification whenever our new video comes out. If you have any questions, you can write them in the comments and we will try to answer.